Resume the public portion of our regular meeting of the Township of Morris. Mr. Mills, ordinances for final public hearing and final consideration 2-17.
Yes, it is entitled an ordinance amending Chapter 268 entitled Fires and Fire Prevention, in particular Article 2, Section 11, Fire Official, and Section 13, Fees for Commercial Fire Inspections. If I recall correctly, this was necessary to bring our ordinances in sync with state requirements. It is for, as you pointed out, public hearing.
Thank you. If there's anyone from the public who would like to come and speak on 217, please do so. Seeing none, I want to entertain a motion to vote on 217.
Public hearing first.
Sorry, close the public hearing. Motion for that?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
I will second that, Mr. Mayor.
Roll call.
Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes. I, Bruce D. Sisler, Mayor, declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed. Approve the same. Direct the clerk to publish proper notice thereof in the newspaper and to record the ordinance in the proper place. Mr. Mills, 3-17.
An ordinance amending Chapter 88 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2, Section 2.221, application of Subtitle 1 of Title 39 of the revised statutes to certain roads, streets, driveways, and parking areas, and Schedule I, no parking at any time on certain streets. In this particular case, Emmett Avenue, a portion thereof.
If anyone from the public would like to come up and speak on 3-17, I will open it up to the public.
We'll close the public portion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 3-17.
I'll move 317, Mr. Mayor. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes. I, Bruce D. Sisler, Mayor, declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed. Approve the same and direct that the clerk publish proper notice thereof in the newspaper and to record the ordinance in the proper place. Mr. Mills, 4-17.
An ordinance of the Township of Morris, New Jersey, concerning salaries for non-union personnel.
If anyone from the public would like to come and speak on 4-17,
Move to close the public portion. Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion for 4-17.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes. I, Bruce D. Sisler, Mayor, declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed. Approve the same and direct the clerk to publish proper notice thereof in the newspaper to record the ordinance in the proper place. Mr. Mills, 5-17.
Before I read it, Mayor, Mr. Quinn whispered to me that we had a couple of recusals on the introduction of this. Without Ms. Johnson present, action to carry it would require a majority of quorum. Quorum in this instance is 4. I guess a quorum would be 3. Yeah, all right, so I'm sorry, I take back. Needlessly confused the record, I'm sorry. It is entitled an ordinance of the Township of Morris, Morris County, New Jersey, concerning salaries for non-union personnel, fire department.
Thank you. If anyone from the public would like to come and speak on 5-17, ask you.
Close the public portion, sir. Is there a second? Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion for 5-17?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn? Mayor Sisler?
Yes. I, Bruce D. Sisler, Mayor, declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed. Approve the same and direct the clerk to publish proper notice thereof in the newspaper and to record the ordinance in the proper place. Ordinances for introduction. Mr. Mills, 6-17.
And all of these, the record will reflect, will be further considered for second reading, public hearing, final consideration on April 5th at the municipal building at 7 o'clock. First, no?
6 through 9 will be April 19th. And the 17th.
Ordinance 6 through 9 will be April 19th, and 10/17 will be
Special meeting break.
April 5th. That's the only one that's April 5th.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the following 6, 7, 8, and 9 of 17 are, as Mr. Quinn indicated, April 19th. First is an ordinance amending Chapter 88, entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2A, Section 88-2A.2, Schedule 2, handicap parking spaces, Max Drive, Building 21, Space 1.
Is there a motion for 6-17?
Offer the ordinance. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-17.
An ordinance providing for the vacation of a portion of the 15-foot right-of-way strip adjacent to the official subdivision, also known as Baker Street.
Offer the ordinance.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 817.
Calendar year 2017 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank pursuant to statute.
Is there a motion for 817?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Do we need a?
No, it's just an introduction.
Introduction.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 917.
Ordinance appropriating $350,000 available in the sewer utility capital fund balance to provide for Old Glen sewer lining herein and by the township of Morris.
Motion for 917?
Offer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 1017.
Which will be further considered on April 5th, as we discussed, an ordinance of the Township of Morris County, New Jersey, recommending the adoption of a redevelopment plan regarding the former Colgate Palmolive property identified on the township's tax maps as Block 10401, Lot 3, 191 East Hanover Avenue, pursuant to the local redevelopment housing law, NJSA 48:12A-1 at second.
Is there a motion for 1017?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Mayor, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the 2017 municipal budget. I will read the following into the record and then ask Mrs. Emilio for a roll call for the introduction of the budget. The municipal budget of the Township of Morris, County of Morris for the fiscal year 2017. Be it resolved that the following statements of revenues and appropriations shall constitute the municipal budget for the year 2017. Be it further resolved that said budget be published in the Morris County Daily Record in the issue of March 25th, 2017. Mrs. Emilio, I'd ask for a roll call.
Yes. Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mr. Nunn?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Quinn.
No, I'm not.
You're not done?
I got one more. The governing body of the Township of Morris does hereby approve the following budget as the budget for the year 2017. Notice is hereby given that the budget and tax resolution approved by the Township Committee of the Township of Morris, County of Morris, on March 22nd, 2017. A hearing on the budget and tax resolution will be held at the Township Hall on April 19, 2017 at 7 p.m., at which time and place objections to said budget and tax resolution for the year 2017 may be presented by taxpayers or other interested persons.
Thank you. Action.
They did the action.
Some.
Yes, that's the formal notice.
Gotcha.
You're not off the hook yet.
I know, I got one more. Thank you, Mayor. I have two items for the bid report. The first one is our annual drain, curb, and sidewalk improvements. It's basically maintenance of our infrastructure in the township. For this bid, 15 were picked up, 10 were submitted. The bid date was held on March 17th. The lowest responsible bidder was Consolidated Maintenance Solutions, LLC, in the amount of $304,832. There is an accompanying resolution recommending the award to this company. The second one is for the work shoes for our Department of Public Works, Parks, and Sewer Utility. These are formal quotes. They were received on March 17th. 4 bids have been picked up, 2 were submitted. It is recommended that the award go to the lowest responsible bidder of Morris Plains Shoes, 7040 Spiegel Avenue, Morris Plains. The pricing is dependent on the same type of shoe, but is consistent with last year's award. That completes the bid report. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mills, resolutions.
Yes, we would consider in block and bank altogether, I would think, resolutions 7517 through 9217.
I will offer that block, Mr. Mayor.
Yes,
Second.
altogether, in bank, in block,
In May.
one vote.
Mr. Caffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso? Mr. Nunn?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes.